Ching. 11. We join spokes together in a wheel, but it is the center whole that makes the wagon move. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. We hammer wood for a house, but it is the inner space that makes it livable. We work with being, but non-being is what we use. Ching. 11. Encouragement along the way. All right. I have a special relationship with the number 11, as I'm sure many of you do. I'm sure many of you see the synchronicity of 1111 often. You just see a bunch of 11s everywhere. In the numerology realms, the 11 is a master number. And it means spiritual enlightenment. And I resonate with the number 11. I like it. And so this is Ching 11. And boy, the last line, I'm laughing out of joy. We work with being, but non-being is what we use. Okay. But we'll get to that. Let's start at the beginning. We join spokes together in a wheel, but it is the center hole that makes the wagon move. I don't know what it is about this particular chapter of the Tao, but it brings such a smile to my face. I'm just overflowing with joy just having said it and thought about it, and because it's fluidity of life, it's ease of life. It's flowing like a constant stream, like a river, not going against the current of the Tao. And you know what? Trying to control goes against the current of the Tao. I digress. We join spokes together in a wheel, but it is the center hole that makes the wagon move. Look at all these things we identify our life with. I am Mr. XYZ, and this is what I do, and I also XYZ, and look at me. What if you were no one and did nothing? A pastor in Los Angeles, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but he said, which is better? To be someone in something, or to be no one in nothing? To be someone in something requires a lot of effort. Given, it comes with amenities, but surely it comes with its stresses. But to be no one in nothing, well, that requires no effort. That requires non-being. That requires nothing. That requires just simply breathing in and breathing out, and it's effortless. Remain at the center is the point of that. Remain at the center of the wagon wheel. All these spokes, all these appendages, all these distractions, all these things, all these apps, I dare say. The cell phone is a huge distraction. The internet's a huge distraction. Anyway, all these spokes that we add in our wheel, it is the center hole that makes the wagon move. Stay at the center of the circle and let all things come and go. The master leads by letting all things come and go effortlessly. Return to source. How do I know this is true? I look inside myself. And we're about to get to that. In fact, let's move on. We shape clay into a pot, But it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. Again, the joy, the laughter. Guys, do you understand the revelations? Guys, we are clay. And the emptiness inside is what the Spirit comes and fills. We are empty jars of clay. Well, not all of us. Ideally, we're an empty jar. And what is filling our vessel is the Holy Spirit. I dare say, some might even say the Tao Te Ching. The Tao. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. There's something about emptying yourself of all desire. It's remaining non-moving and leading by letting all things come and go. It's so like, okay, maybe you can logically grasp it, but to play it out in day to day, in moment to moment in life is another thing entirely. And what I'm musing with these video series is that the Tao Te Ching, the way of life, the art of living, it's not just a philosophical musing flight of fancy, but it is a experiential reality. We hammer wood for a house, but it is the inner space that makes it livable. This also reminds me of the body temple metaphor. The body is a home, is a temple for the spirit. Wow. Well, is your temple livable for the Holy Spirit? Or is there a lot of ish in your temple? Is there a lot of distractions? Is there a lot of sin, I dare say? The Tao goes on to say later on, it says, be aware of when things are out of balance. Are things out of balance in your life? Are you aware of whether or not you are overindulging in areas? Is there too much? Is there excess? Gluttony maybe, who knows, but it says be aware of when things are out of balance. I like to check in often. And you know what? If you're in tune with the Tao, you'll know soon. It'll let you know if you're overindulging in a certain area or not. The flesh has incredibly strong desires. It's hard to mitigate those desires sometimes. That is why it is so important to remain in your center and not be swayed like a roller coaster, too far here or too far over there. Aquí o allá, for my Spanish friends. I love speaking Spanish. I might speak more Spanish in the future. Anyway, let's end with this. We work with being, but non-being is what we use. Do you understand? Wei wu wei. Doing, not doing. Not being able to tell the dancer from the dance. The gas into pure flame. Oh man, for some reason those two metaphors, they just really stick with me in my mind, and like I just like to look at them in my mind's eye. I like to think about it. So, have you begun to understand Wei Wu Wei? Maybe you're a master of the Tao and you just stumbled across these videos. What do you think of We work with being, but non-being is what we use. Do you understand it logically right now, but not so much experientially? How does one experience the Tao? By letting all things come and go effortlessly. By remaining at the center of the circle. By returning to source. How do I know this is true? I look inside myself. Why? Because the kingdom of heaven is within. Okay, I found the verse that I was talking about in the Bible. I'm going to read it. It's the third letter of John. I'm just going to read verse 1 and 2, and maybe 3. The elder unto the well-beloved Gaius, whom I love in the truth. Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. For I rejoice greatly when the brethren came and testified of the truth that is in thee, even as thou walkest in the truth. I have no greater joy than that thou hearest that thy children walk in the truth. But really it's just verse 2. Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. So I wish that it is going well with you, and that even as it is going well and you are prospering, that it even continues to go well, and that you prosper even more, my friend. And God be with you, and God be with you till we meet again. Bye.